Basics. Jason is the fastest killer, melee only or lacks range. Stam drains in range of survivors, 2-star difficulty. Ignore my horrendous early game. Sod. Use beheaded to just deal damage at this point. Dashing wounded this way so the other Elliot could partly inside the hitbox damaging them. So now, they're at 75%. Scare everyone off damaging them in the way. That way they scatter and become less annoying as a group or team. Surprised that didn't hit at all whatsoever? Don't get juked as Jason. If it looks too good to be true, then it probably is. Don't spam M1 here like I am currently. Overall delays the actual M1 hits I could have done here. Purposefully missed my M1 due to hearing Shed swing. Preferably use beheaded first then an M1. But Elliot was slow enough for me to do so anyways. Elliot has their rush hour disabled, making it easier for me to catch. I start running in a direction assuming there's a survivor nearby this area. Stam starts draining, one is nearby. If I was slightly faster, that would have punished this friend Elliot hard. I purposefully walk down after every swing to regain a little stamina and to see where the survivor goes. Use this break point to slow down and regather my stamina. Now I have won the stamina management, leaving this to time lower and likely to die. Not a personal issue, but Dusakars can be mad annoying. Especially the good ones. You know who you are. Don't let them think that you're tunneling too hard. Punish them for being a sitting duck. Wait for them to use their stamina to attempt to juke, and punish them when they fail. That was a nice time to use the head since Jason is able to hit multiple targets at once. I thought they were low enough to die by the head here, so another tip is to pay attention to their health so you can manage time efficiently since the head saves time with no kill animation. Try to get as close as possible before pursuing a chase. Reminder, Jason has more stam plus fastest killer, so you'll win the stamina game. I hope this part of the video focusing on Jason helps you get a grasp about him and his functions. Another trick you can do is to use the Raging Pace ability to counter Sentinel's stun abilities since it gives iframes. Reminder, Jason is a melee-only killer. Utilize breakpoints and properly manage stamina. But that pretty much goes for every killer in the game, regardless of their abilities. Basics. Cool Kid lacks CSB vision, second fastest killer, fastest M1, 3-star difficulty. Since a gen can spawn here, I assume they're the survivor on it, so I throw a corrupt nature. Normally I go for the shed, punishing them for doing things like that, but I have these to go for first. Or 3, since there's this random 2 time. I go for him first since 2 time can be a struggle if they're a good player and gain their second life. It is also important to note when you use corrupt nature. Make sure you're in shift lock so it's more accurate. An easy walk speed override, so I used mine. Sometimes it's hard to choose between an Elliot and a Titan. I go for the Elliot here since their heals can prolong the kills and go for 2 time later. And here I thought Cool Kid would get iframes for landing a walk speed, but I guess he timed it to where it ended at the moment he swung. I go for a different survivor here since he's low enough to die by burn damage, saving me time. However, he healed the moment before burning to death, so I had to go for him, switching up the chase. I get a little wary here, as you can see, mostly because his sword is most likely off cooldown. I continue to go for the 2 times since he's closest to me, and already pursued a chase with him. If I went for the Elliot, he would likely survive longer, since he's farthest, and most likely have won the stamina game, making it useless.
Come out, wherever you are!
I thought I hit walk speed earlier. That should have landed, but I guess I didn't press the button somehow. Here's a cool trick you can do with Cool Kids minions.
You know the deal.
This can also work through the other side of walls. Ignore that. That was kinda embarrassing. I assumed he was going to run since he was cornered, which is why I missed, and to hit him before he teleported to his ritual. But I assumed he didn't place down a ritual since he didn't teleport anywhere but to his current position. I guess for Cool Kid, with also being very fast, he's good at catching up to survivors, and with a more overall well-rounded kit, it assists him. He's able to use Corrupt Nature at a break point to catch survivors off guard, and Walk Speed Override is generally a good punisher if a shed missed their swing or etc. Last but not least, he can sorta zone in survivors with his minions, as you've seen with Guest in The Last Man Standing, forcing him to take a one-way route favoring me. Basics: Trapper-like killer, third fastest killer, zoning survivors capability, highest M1 damage, slowest M1 swing, 5-star difficulty. As shown, it is important to place down digital footprints, since it limits a survivor's route. Reminder again, John Doe has the slowest M1 swing, making it possible for guest players to block your swing by sheer reaction time, so it'll be most likely to bait, especially if they're good, most likely milestone guests. I used my spikes here to cut off their path and use 404 error to see if I trapped any survivors. I chased down the Elliot first again due to their ability to heal others. placing down a footprint here in case they decide to loot this area. Another side note, make sure to shift lock to aim properly when using corrupt energy, generally better if you want to hit or zone in survivors. I know it seems tunneling, but it's logical to go for the lowest of the roster. Here, I successfully pressured the boss to time into my digital footprint, which honestly wasn't intentional at all. New trick, I guess. I also turned my body to make sure I wasn't getting backstabbed by the time. Going for this survivor since he's in a one-way in one-way out. Don't do what I just did here. Pretty sure most survivors will run away before you could even do this, but this one lacked awareness or some sort. In case you do come across a situation like this, me personally, I'm benefiting off this as much as possible. Make sure to slow down whenever a time stabs you, otherwise you'll lose stamina going slower. Planet Voss is the worst map for John Doe, due to the amount of space survivors get. Although, try to utilize the space in your favor in any way possible to ensure victory. Placed down a trap here on this away from keyboard to time to benefit a free digital footprint that grants speed 1. Slow down, as this 2-time attempt to juke using his stamina, as I walk to regain mine as mentioned in the Jason section of the video. For some odd reason, these digital footprints are benefiting me at the most convenient times at convenient places, so keep placing traps, more preferably in the middle of the map where survivors are most likely at or to run to. I attempt to zone in this to time, but I shouldn't have at this random spot. 2-time almost ran into my digital footprint, which works a bit in my favor, since it took him a second to realize doing a straight turn. As you can see, it works the same for corrupt energy. Works again in my favor as he now has to use more stamina to not run into a dead end. Last man standing on Planet Voss. Honestly, good luck. Honestly, a bad choice to use corrupt energy there. The Elliot had enough stamina to barely get out of being zoned in. There's the rush hour. I know where he's going, so I don't go exactly on his trail. Saves me a bit of distance. One thing to say, unlike Jason or Cool Kid, John Doe is noticeably slower than both killers, so you'll need to limit Survivor's path to your favor. His corrupt energy allows him to damage or kill from if successful. Both abilities, corrupt energy or digital footprint, limits Survivor's paths. Although, you can trap yourself by corrupt energy, which is funny, so be careful where you use it at times and don't use it when you're extremely close. A competent survivor may hug you when you use corrupt energy, and they will not get affected by it whatsoever. Not to mention any possible sentinels such as Shedwitskis, which can straight up cancel your ability, punishing you so due to John's windup. Basics: slowest killer, ranged killer, glitch or poison damage, summon zombies, third slowest M1, 4-star difficulty. One thing to note about 1X is that it's all about prediction. He also relies more on his survivors making mistakes and etc. Despite being the slowest killer in the game, he has a handful of tricks up his sleeve that boosts his speed against survivors. Like I said, survivors making mistakes or predicting right will award you for that. Another side note is to use shift lock to properly aim when using 1X's abilities. Entanglement and mass infection require aim to hit survivors. Don't know how that missed. I was assured a kill since this survivor wasn't fast enough. If they are fast enough, it's better to go for an M1. Purposefully ignoring the 2 times since Elliot's as mentioned, prolong the chase or kill, and I don't want that. Sorry, Elliot mate.
Was it?
Least obvious 07 and 7 clone. Wait a bit before using an ESP move. This also goes for John Doe, since 7 and 7 is invisibility or undetectable doesn't last long. I should also mention I went for 7 and 7 first, since he's a survivalist. Survivalists are made to prolong the chase, which can be a pain in the bum if the right player knows what they're doing. It also depends on who's using what. Both Elliot and 7 and 7 may be a struggle to hunt down, so choose wisely.
I see you.
Testing to see if these players are paying attention. It is important to note that as well. It's not always going to be a piece of cake hitting these abilities. I meant to shift lock here, but I didn't and missed. I would have gotten him there, but unfortunately I missed the shift lock button.
There's only one left. How curious.
A very important note is to use Rejuvenate the Rot, one of 1X's moves. It can be a game changer in LMS. The amount of zombies that spawns correlates to the amount of survivors you've killed in the match. 1X's minions also chase more effectively and can attack multiple times, which can be helpful, as well as giving more speed each zombie you kill, stacking up to speed 3. and by chase more effectively I meant they're faster than Cool Kid's minions. Again, I didn't shift lock here so I missed a free speed opportunity. Or I straight up buns and missed but not sure. Didn't expect to see to hear that. Could have possibly hit that 7 and 7 if I was just faster and in a slightly better position. That would have been sick. Of course he moved at the moment I shot my entanglement. How convenient. Tunneling the 7 and 7 so I won't have to deal with his BS. Thankfully this Elliot wasn't paying as much attention. Utilize this breakpoint. As mentioned, how many zombies spawn in correlates to the amount of survivors you've killed, so there's 4 this time. Be wary of guests block or any sentinel for that matter, but don't be too wary, be aggressive and try to capitalize off their mistakes. Perfect example. Although 1X is the slowest killer, he has ranged capabilities. Try not to get juked as well since falling for it can be a struggle. Breakpoints can be more intense for survivors since you can use entanglement and ruin their loot. But of course as mentioned you'd have to predict. I hope you understand more on how each killer functions. More importantly I hope you enjoyed watching. That's all, bye bye now.